Howdy, it's Hippie Dave in the South. I think it's December 4th today. I'm going to give you an update on the newest build that we got going on. Here it is. There it is. The ELFBRT. What the ELFBRT is an extended length flatbed rail tractor. Now, I ain't got a lot done. I'm still laying out stuff. I knew better than to start this thing during the holidays anyway, but nonetheless. There's the frame. I got a 6-speed MST, and laying this thing out. I've been cleaning up the spindles and stuff because this is one thing I'm going to do and put a lot of focus on is the front end. The extension is going to be easy as far as I'm concerned. It's going to have a double belt system. The clutch will operate off the engine to a jack shaft pulley, and then another pulley will run back to the transmission, and that's just going to have a tensioner pulley on it with a hellacious spring to keep tension there, and the clutch will work on the in the forward area so that linkage and stuff will be, you know, easy to fabricate up. Now the front end is where I'm going to put a lot of focus on. I'm either going to go with a modified axle the way it is, or I'm going to go independent between both of them. I haven't decided yet. Got two different methods that'll work. A little tidbit for all the builders out there. You see these bushings that you buy at Tractor Supply. Actually, it's not a bushing. It's classified as a spacer. Alright. You need to have you a Dremel or a similar tool. But to replace that nylon shit that they got in there, these are 1-inch diameter, outside diameter, 3/4 inch otherwise. They will fit over the spindle. This one fits better, but my spindles need to be clean too, and they'll slide right over. See, this one here drops in a little further than the other one. Anyway, so if I put, these are 1.5 inches in length. So if I put one of these up top and one on the bottom, I have I wouldn't say it was a 1/2 inch of space. Okay, 1/2 inch of space in between them. I have my grease zerk, which I will mount right in between it. Now the only other thing I have to make sure of is that the length of my threads right there will not extend in and drag on the shaft, but I don't think they will. I think it's going to be nice and close there. Okay, right now I've been sitting here pissing around with this, trying to work it and get it loose. I'm going to end up taking this all apart anyway. But the idea on this front end is we're going to maintain these brackets in this space to you know, still mount the hood where the hood goes, but the axle itself is going to be extended out. Now the length of the extension I'm not exactly sure, but it's going to be between 6 and 8 inches on the front. The extension on the back, where I have cut the frame, is probably going to be considerably more. 18 inches is probably the minimum. Now, got these big old beats back here. Probably got to leave them on for the time being. I have a couple different ideas on how to convert this over, if I want to use it in the yard or if I'm going to use it in the woods. So I have to keep that in mind when I set this stuff up. But I am going to lower the seat. I'm going to cut into the fenders so I can lower the seat to lower me down so it's not as top heavy. And then not only that, and lower me down, I'm also going to move it back a little bit so that my legs ain't bent so much. You know, I like stretching out my legs to hit the clutch and the gas. That I'll have to ponder as I go when I get more added on here. Which I'll probably do is, you know, it'll be sitting flat on the floor, and then I'll rig up an apparatus to sit in and get the positioning correct. For these big back tires here, I have two boat trailer fenders that will fit these tires, the contour and everything. Now the width will be a little different, but the width is really immaterial, just so that it kind of extends out over. And I'm going to trim them to fit the existing fenders on the, you know, the rear part of the tractor that bolts on there with the rear fenders already on it. And I got a 14.5 Briggs overhead valve. No oil pressure, just splash feed, I think. I don't see a filter on it anyway. I ain't looked at it close. It needs a little starter work and this and that, just minor stuff. I'm not too worried about that. The motor run before, so that's least of my worries right now. But there it is, the ELFBRT. Possibly the name could change, the design could change, but this is the first update on it, so to speak. I'm getting stuff lined out. It's going to be, there's no rush. I may take the entire winter to do this, or I may have to without inadvertently wanting to, but that's the way it goes. So what it all boils down to is it's going to be another crazy build by Hippie Dave in the South. Catch you on the next update. Out.